the first time I sang at the youth revival. Pastor Brenda gripped my shoulders, whispered, "Feel the spirit, Zoe," and pointed to the Mick covered in Donate for Jesus stickers. My knees trembled. Connor smiled from the front row. That's why I joined. But when I finished, she handed me a tithing envelope instead of praise. That was the moment I felt something twist inside me, not divine, just wrong. My voice felt borrowed, my faith suddenly performative. Connor invited me to their teen Bible study, and I thought I was chosen. Pastor Brenda saw me as her pet project. "You're raw, Zoe. God will use you," she said, making me pray aloud every session. I flinched when I messed up a verse. She laughed, but not kindly. At home, I stared at my phone, wondering if Connor saw me choke. I clutched the church flyer like it had answers. But all it gave me was anxiety. At the retreat, Pastor Brenda made me confess my sins on stage. I hesitated. She raised the mic. I lied, said I had impure thoughts. The audience clapped like I'd been saved. Connor avoided my eyes. Later, Lisa, a youth leader, whispered, "She does this to everyone new." My stomach nodded. That night, I cried in my bunk, voice hoarse, wondering if I'd ever felt God at all. One Sunday, I skipped the altar call. Brenda found me afterward, gripped tight on my arm. "Don't backslide now," she hissed. I pulled away. "I'm not a puppet," I snapped. Connor stood nearby but said nothing. I wanted him to defend me. Instead, Brenda smiled sweetly. "Let's pray." My heart pounded. In that moment, I realized the church wasn't a refuge, it was a performance stage, and I was the act. Back in the church van, Brenda played a tape of my confession. My voice echoed, brittle and fake. "This'll be great for the youth website," she said. I gasped. "You recorded me?" Connor looked horrified. "She didn't tell you." I shook my head. Lisa clenched her fists. "That's illegal," she muttered. My face burned. I wasn't just manipulated, I was exploited. Brenda's smile didn't fade. That's when my fear turned to fury. The twist unraveled when Lisa showed me texts Brenda had sent calling me a girl with a mouth but no discipline. She forwarded them to the regional pastor. Connor read them, stunned. "She lied to all of us," he said. I nodded, pulse racing. My voice, once shaky, found steel. "I'm done pretending." For the first time, Connor didn't just stand nearby, he stood beside me and Brenda. She finally looked nervous. The regional board launched an inquiry. Brenda was asked to step down temporarily. I watched her leave the sanctuary in silence. The mic with the Donate for Jesus sticker sat abandoned. I walked up, peeled one off. Connor handed me a water bottle. "You were brave," he said. I just smiled. Finally, it felt like my voice again. 2 weeks later, I stood beside Connor at an open mic night. This time in a real cafe, no stickers, no guilt. I sang a song I wrote about truth, not shame. My mom watched from the corner. Teary-eyed after, she hugged me tight. That's the Zoe I knew was in there. I finally believed her.